Folks, welcome back to another fun-filled week in the Pokemon hobby, in the Pokemon business, in the alternative investing category, in the space where all of the entitled, spoiled children get angry that things are not affordable. Guys, this is going to be your Monday morning, afternoon wake-up call. This is not going to be easy to digest for a lot of the people who are angry and throwing a fit right now. I'm just going to throw it out there. I know live streams and things like this will get hate, while other people will enjoy it and think it's funny. But that's great because the channel grows either way, right? Some are going to hate it, some are going to love it. But I'm going to put it out there and let everyone decide in the comments and the chat, and everyone can either agree with me or go off on me and call me evil or, bad for this hobby and everything's unaffordable and we're all angry. We're all going to leave. And that's fine because if you do leave, there's about a billion people. There's like 1 million people looking to take your spot and looking to buy the things that you were buying because there's simply not enough to go around. And so hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people leaving the hobby is just going to get replaced by hundreds, thousands, and tens of thousands of other buyers. And I think people still haven't grasped the fact that this is an alternative investment. It is the I word. It is the big I investment word. I don't care what any other stupid content creator or any idiots, traveling throughout the comments and Discords and Instagrams and TikToks or whatever they say. I don't care what they say. It's for a kid's card game. It's for the kids. I don't care if they're complaining because it's too expensive and think everything should be cheap. Hey, look, if you want to open cheap packs, go buy Scarlet Violet base set. You can still find those for $4. Go buy Paradox Rift. You can still find it for $4. But Alex, I want to open Prismatic Evolutions. They're too expensive. Yeah, well, I want to drive a Lamborghini, but I drive a Honda because Lamborghinis are too expensive. Should I whine and bitch and moan at Lamborghini and Ferrari and Bentley and Rolls Royce? Or should I go buy a Honda or a Toyota or a Chevy because I just can't afford those? And that's what people are going to come to grips with and get back to reality with, that guess what? You may not be able to afford all the collectibles you want. They're collectible for a reason. And we've seen 1 million times in history that when collectibles become too accessible and don't have value, people no longer want them because they're not valuable to them anymore. And as many people out there that want to play the white knight and say, Alex, I would be here for the hobby, whether they're valuable or not valuable. If they go to zero, I'll just collect them all. I'll fill all my binders up. Yeah, you'll do that for about, a week, a month, maybe a year. Then you'll get sick of it because no one will care anymore because they're all valueless and you too will end up leaving the hobby for something else. Many TCGs and other collectible card games have died this way. Many other collectibles have died this way. And there's a reason that this hobby is successful, and there's a reason that things have value and they're scarce and hard to find. It's because they're limited enough for people to still seek after, but not so limited that a majority of people can't get their hands on or can't afford. Not everybody, right? Look, we can have this like moral debate about food, water, shelter, medical care, things like that, all you want, right? I will listen to all of your complaints and we can talk about the bleeding heart all we want. But when it comes to something like Pokemon cards, something like a premium collectible, something that you do not need to buy to survive, look, you don't need to have Pokemon cards. Your kids don't need Pokemon cards, all right? You want them. I get it. You want them, but you don't need them. And so I'm not going to even hear out anymore all this stupid bitching, whining, complaining, all this stuff that happens all over the internet every single day. I've really noticed it after I started making TikToks and Instagram reels. Those communities are wild. You have the biggest amount of complainers and crybabies in those communities, much worse than YouTube. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for these entitled children. They are going to have such a hard time when the real world comes and they realize life's not fair. Because guess what? Life's not fair. And so I'm going to share some slides. I want to share some stuff with you guys because I'm going to let you know where this hobby is heading, because here's the thing. These companies, they don't plan for tomorrow, the next day, the next week, the next month, right? They plan for years. They plan for decades, okay? And there's a lot of money getting behind not just the business of this, but also the investment side of this. And I'm just going to share it. So here, look, this is an independent analyst firm. All right. They're called Mordor Intelligence. These are some of the companies they've worked with. Okay. Some Fortune 500 companies that they've helped do market analysis, analyst work for. And so I just wanted to give them some sort of credibility before I showed you this part of it. They put out this little intelligence gathering. It's the trading card game market. Okay. And they looked at the trading card game market and found out that in 2025, it's about a $7.7 billion industry. Through all of the research they'd done, they put their name on it and they said, you know what, we believe, right? It is our, belief that by 2030, we're going to see $11.31 billion market cap on this industry. From 7.7 to 11.3 in just 5 years. That's almost an 8% CAGR. Guys, I don't know where you guys are living in this world that you think everything is going to collapse and we're going to see this massive market correction and everything's going to go to zero and no one's going to buy this stuff anymore. We are seeing firms analyze everything going on all over the markets, not just in these little Discord groups, these little comment sections, Instagram, TikTok, but what's happening with the entire consumer base across all the markets. And they're seeing this amount of growth. All right. Not just that. Investing in collectibles is getting more widespread than ever. It's no longer like this crazy person scheme and all these people online saying, I wouldn't put more than 1%, 5% of my net worth in collectibles. You're having things like Investopedia have full articles about it. Back in December 2023, contemplating collectible investments, go on to talk about all the benefits of collecting or investing in collectibles, right? You got Market Watch doing entire series on it. Do collectibles belong in your portfolio? You've got Kiplinger putting out collectibles prove to be a solid asset class for investors. All right. MSNBC are collectibles for collecting or investing. Advisors weigh in. And these are all coming out in the last 1 to 5 years. Not just that, Prismatic Evolutions is going to be the highest price booster pack ever released in Pokemon. We've never had a booster pack at release be this high. And by the way, it's not just sitting there at that price. It is being bought day in and day out, hundreds and hundreds of packs. And if you're really sitting there and you're telling yourself, this is all going to end, it's just a bad dream, I'm going to bury my head in the sand and next year it's all going to be cheap again. Oh man, you're lying to yourself. And it's going to be a sad day when you wake up and try to come back and say, oh man, why isn't everything cheap? It's not going to be cheap anymore, guys. The game's changed, right? It's not just this little, subsect of, nerds that collect this stuff. It is becoming a legitimate asset class along with all other collectibles. And my generation, the generation under me, even the generation over me are starting to see, they're changing their entire mindset on investing in collectibles because of the gains we're seeing. Like I said, guys, Wall Street, all these other markets, people with large money, venture capital, they don't discriminate, right? They don't discriminate against how they make money. All they're looking for is better than average gains. How can they beat the S&P 500? How can they beat regular investments so that they can show that anyone that invests with them higher than average returns? And if collectibles continue to produce those higher than average returns, you're going to see more and more outside money coming to this hobby, and it's not going to stop there. Also, we're going to talk to all of the scalpers. Ooh! All these stupid videos, everyone complaining about scalpers. Let me explain something to you, all the Timmies out there, all right? I'm not sure the Timmies understand how this whole thing works, okay? Scalpers do not get paid when they buy product, okay? That's not how it works. You don't buy product at MSRP or whatever price they get it at, and then Pokemon sends you a check like, hey, you won the game, guys. Good job. Yeah, here's your check. You won. No. They only get paid when they sell that product to the end consumer, okay? And so for a scalper to exist, that means you need enough end consumers willing to pay more than the market price, more than MSRP, 2 or 3 times MSRP when it comes to Prismatic Evolutions, You need enough customers willing to pay that to give all the scalpers a job. Meaning on the market right now, the very fact that we are still selling hundreds and thousands of packs and hundreds of ETBs of prismatic evolutions at these inflated prices tells you the demand is just that high and it's not winding down. Also, when you look at Pokemon's numbers, right, and they put out their total revenue and sales numbers, that is just the revenue that they made selling the product to the stores and to the distributors, right? Think about this. Those numbers are realistically, for the product itself, 3 times that amount because the scalpers are selling it to the end consumer at 3 times what the ETBs used to cost. And so realistically, the revenue is like 3 times what Pokemon's showing. It's just not going to them. It's going to other people and other businesses, which is incredible to see the amount of money bounce around this hobby. That means if Pokemon puts out numbers and they say, okay, we did $11 billion this year, really it's more looking like $33 billion because that's how much is actually being spent by the end consumers. Crazy when you think about it like that. And I understand everyone wants to get upset, but guess what? The scalpers could not exist if the end consumers didn't exist already to pay those exorbitant prices. That's just the simple truth. And you can whine and complain about it all you want. But listen, if you go look at how successful the Pokemon TCG and hobby is right now, okay, you think you're on cloud 9. And then you go to the YouTube, the Instagram, the TikTok, the Discord comment sections, and you read those, you would think Pokemon is in dire straits. It is perilous times, and we're due for something terrible, right? There has never been a bigger disconnect from like the online consumer happiness from the success of the hobby. And the very fact that it's not hurting the sales tells you, all right, all the people out there that think like all of us YouTubers and all this online, community has such a big effect, it means nothing. That tells me the consumers aren't partaking in all the stupidity all over the online spaces. They're just going and buying the stuff they want. And they don't care what you have to say about it. They don't care that you think it's too expensive. They don't care that you're worried about the scalpers. They don't care that you're angry. They don't care that you can go bash all people like me in all their comment sections and leave all the nasty comments. They don't give a crap. Get over it. They're buying the product. I don't care if it's 15 ETB, 100 ETB, 115 ETB. I don't care if the booster boxes were 100, now they're 160, now they're 250. They're paying it. They're buying it. And they're buying it in record amounts. And the fact that you don't agree with it doesn't matter. You don't have to agree with it, right? You can sit in a corner and be angry all you want. The hobby's going to move on without you, right? Like I just told you, these companies, these forecasts they're paying for, they are making plans for years out, decades out. They don't care what happens today, tomorrow, the next day. They're not worried about you and your anger and your tears. For all they care, you can leave the hobby. 10 more people are going to come to the hobby and find it and are going to replace you 10x. And that's just where we're at, guys. And so I get it. I understand the anger. I'm not like, oblivious to it, but it's not helping. Like you don't help yourself by just like getting angry and throwing tantrums in comment sections, right? All you can do is try to adapt to the new market. You can take advantage of deals when they come, of reprints, restocks, of new sets. If you have a chance to get in, you can look for opportunities in older sets that aren't going to get reprints that, maybe have seen some flatline, maybe are due for some rises. Take advantage of singles that you might see due for rises. There are a lot of avenues to take. But this idea, this pipe dream that people are believing that if I just hold on long enough, then eventually everything is going to get cheap again and I'm going to be able to buy everything cheap. Not going to happen. It just simply isn't going to happen. There's too much outside money pouring into this hobby and taking advantage of it at this point, and I really don't think it's going anywhere. Guys, I've talked about it before. I have a Patreon program that, I don't sell it. I'm not trying to sell it. I don't join. It's really more than anything just a way to support me and support the channel. There's no secretive information. I do put out a video and we have a live stream. We have a Discord call, once a month on all those. But more than anything, it's opened my eyes to the people that are in there, the whales that are out in this community, and the amount of money that they hold in Pokemon and that they pour into this hobby from outside, from their careers, their jobs, their other investments, whatever it may be. They continue to pour into it every day. This isn't money sloshing around in the hobby. I'm going to sell this to buy that or trade this for that. It's new money from whatever income source they have pouring into the hobby. I do these one-on-one consultation calls. Guys, before I kind of started the Patreon, I had some, a lot of newer people just finding the hobby. The consultation calls I've been doing, these individuals, they're slick. They know what they're doing. They have a good head on their shoulders. They're not just some like, hobby nerd that likes collecting things. No. They have money. They have capital to put to work. They understand investing. They understand how markets work. They have long-term mindsets. They have money that they can lock up for years and years, and they're not going anywhere. They're actually coming in groves. And again, I know I'm going to have people in the comments and chat that hate hearing this. You're going to hate this. I get it. Tough luck. You can't change it. You're not going to change it. The more you cry online isn't going to do you any good. And, you can either adapt or die. You can either adapt or you can leave the hobby and find something else. And you can go find some cheap dead card game that has no value that nobody wants to collect. And when you're there for a few days, you're going to realize, wait, this is no fun. The reason it's no fun is because no one cares about it because it has no value. The reason people care about this, it has value. You can have things that other people can't have. If everything's widely available, everything's cheap, guess what happens? 2022 happens. Everyone leaves. Everything's widely available. Nobody wants it. Stores can't get rid of it. Distributors can't get stores to take it. That's what happens. When times are like this, magically everyone wants them and complains about it and says, if things were cheap, I could buy it. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't buy it. You might for a minute, then you leave the hobby, sell it off, or it gets, sell it at a garage sale or something. You forget about it. That's the truth. And that's what I have to say about it. And before everyone calls me a scalper, not a scalper, never have been. I'm a long-term investor, but everything I sell is years, usually after release. I'm not trying to make these quick gains. Prismatic Evolutions ETBs, I got less than 30. I have like less than 30 ETBs coming after all the pre-orders got canceled and all the, distros and all the allocations and everything. I'm going to be buying everything in open market. I'm going to be buying whatever people are selling it for. Whatever. $13, $15, $17 a pack. I don't know. I'm going to be just right there with you guys buying whatever the market price is. And guess what? I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to pay the prices. I'm not going to complain about it. And I'm going to move on. And we're all going to move on. We're all going to get to fight another day. And some are going to hate it. Some are going to love it. Some are going to lose money. Some are going to make money. But this idea that the hobby is ruined because things are expensive is the stupidest take that I have seen online from some of these creators. It's mind-blowing that something you love is now loved by many, and that upsets you, right? It'd almost be like a singer putting out an album and no one listening to it, and then putting out an album like 2 years later, and now they have too many, people that want it, and it's flying off the shelves. They can't keep the shelf stocks, and them saying, I really enjoy when I used to go to, ratty old, bars and pubs, and I had like 10 people out there barely listening to me. It really sucks that I'm filling out stadiums now, and people want to come to my concerts, and there's too many to get in, and people can't even get tickets. This sucks. This sucks, right? It's just like, how are you upset that other people are enjoying what you enjoy? That's what's happening. There's too many people that want to enjoy what we all enjoy now, and we're upset at them. You're upset at all the people that want to enjoy this. And they want to enjoy it so bad, they're willing to pay $150 for a brand new set that isn't even out yet. That says something, guys. That says something about the popularity and the draw of Pokemon. Because again, we can blame it on the scalpers all we want as to why prices are what they are. But who are you going to blame at why the scalpers are able to sell at these prices? You can only blame the consumers. So you're blaming people that want to enjoy this hobby, can afford to enjoy this hobby. You're upset that you can't. That's the only reason, right? That's like me pulling up to a stop sign and getting upset that someone else is driving around in a Lamborghini and cursing that person, right? Because I can't afford a Lamborghini. Or driving through some, expensive neighborhood with $10 million houses and cursing all those people because they can afford a better house than me, right? Like, we've got to get out of this entitlement universe where if prices get unaffordable and people no longer want to pay them, prices stagnate, they correct, and they come back down until people want to pay them again. That is how the free market works. That is how the Pokemon market works. It's that simple. There's nothing more to it. That is my almost 20-minute rant on what is going on. I will take questions. This isn't going to be like a all-day live stream like before. But I wanted to get this out. And I wanted to respond to questions right away because, on videos, you got to, wait for comments to come in, and the comment section is all brutal. I'd rather just, take on the questions and comments live. And that's why I wanted to just put on an impromptu live today because this has to be talked about, guys. And so let's jump into the comments. Let's hear all your thoughts. And see where we go from here. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to Sigma Chef, YouTube Traveler. Appreciate you becoming a member. And then also John being a member for 3 months. Really appreciate you guys. All right. Let's scroll up to the top. Let's see how bad I'm getting trashed in this one, baby. Here we go. Julian says, I sold everything for 100% gains. Looking to use the money to fund my long-term investing goal of having booster pack art set of every EX era set. I'll hop back in modern when things cool. Oof. Julian, I Godspeed, man. I wish you the best of luck with that, dude. Let's see. What's up, everybody? I really appreciate all you guys being here. Middle of the day on Monday. We have 650 people live. Appreciate all the love from all of you guys. Let's see what we got going on. I just y'all English collectors to stay away from Japanese again. Nope, the Japanese market will go up too. The Japanese market's going to rise. When English gets expensive, people go to their second choice. Again, for most people, Japanese isn't their first choice. For some it is. But for a lot of people, it's their second choice. It's, oh, I can't afford this, so I'll get that. You know, I can't afford the Louis Vuitton, so I'll go buy the Tommy Hilfiger, I guess, right? I can't afford the Gucci purse, I'll get the knockoff, right? And so, you know, that's what they do. They can't afford English, so they go to their second choice, Japanese. Then when English gets cheap, they all leave Japanese, flock back to English. It'll happen. It will happen. That is how the market goes. I've never seen so many times Timmy's, aka newbies, so angry that they can't buy prismatic products. It's not even released yet. They can buy SF or other products at base set 100%. Absolutely they can. Guys, I'm going to go ahead. By the way, anyone in this chat, it would really help me out. Anyone watching this video afterwards, if you guys could go follow my Instagram. I'm trying to grow my Instagram following. It is happening slowly. I just started posting a bunch of reels at the start of this year. I'm going to share it. I'm going to share the Instagram right now in the chat. Hold on. Give me a second. If you guys can go follow my Instagram, I would appreciate all the follows. But it's pinned to the top of the chat. If you guys go check out the Instagram, my Instagram reels, and look at the comments, they put YouTube comments to shame. TikTok the same way. These people are rabid dogs, man. I actually had to block some people. They were in my comments, like, calling me all sorts of names. Like, everything is like to racist to like crazy stuff, like absolute wild things where I'm just like, I don't even want these things in my comment section. It's like, hey, you can dog me all you want, evil investor, you know, you're a scumbag individual. I'm fine with all that. But when you start like calling me like derogatory names and things, like I don't even want my followers to read and see this kind of stuff. So I'll block some of the people, but for the most part, I let everything slide. It is wild. You can go see it. It's public, man. The things people say, they're so angry that, you know, they can't get everything for pennies on the dollar anymore. It is amazing to see. Go see for yourself. You'll have a good laugh. I've shared some in the Discords. It's comical, honestly. All right, let's see. Don't let this distract you from the fact that Hector is going to be running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. Don't let it distract you from that. Son of a Merc is right. Son of a Merc is absolutely right. Oh, man. What do we got going on, chat? What's happening? What's happening today? Are you guys not entertained? Is this not what we wanted? This is the hobby we dreamed about, guys. This is the hobby in 2022 when everyone called 2021 a black swan event and it would never happen again. Well, it's back, baby. They were all wrong. And yeah, the I'm Gonna Wait crowd. The I'm Gonna Wait crowd on Scarlet and Violet. Give me a hashtag I'm Gonna Wait in the comments. They are getting massacred right now. Absolutely massacred. Oh, let's see what we got going on here. Absolutely. No one actually needs Pokemon. That is 100% true. I had the conversation with my kids this weekend. We still gonna enjoy the hobby, but at a reduced rate. Nothing lasts forever. See ex-wife. Good job, you know, getting back to reality, man. Hey, it's a thing. It's the truth. You know, everyone's got to kind of get back to reality at some point. Is it true there's going to be a lot of prismatic evolutions while everyone is going crazy buying right now? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm holding off buying until after release. I want to see how the market regulates, but we'll see. I really don't know what's going to happen yet. It's maybe I end up paying more. I should be pre-ordering more from people trying to sell it to me, but I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see how it all shakes out. It's unclear yet. Thoughts on Brilliant Stars, Dazzle Radiance? Like them both, man. I like them both. Holding both of them. Prices will come down when they have the worst experience ripping packs and don't want to keep paying it. Possibly. Or that just makes people chase harder. Or that makes the cards more and more expensive and makes the chase more worth it. I mean, I said it before. Do you want to open a $5 pack to chase a $50 card? Or do you want to open a $20 pack to chase a $1,000 card? I mean, I'd much rather open an Evolving Skies pack to chase a Moonbryon than open a Scarlet Violet base pack to chase a Gardevoir. I'm just saying. I mean, the chase, everyone's different, right? The best advice I can give everybody is don't use your own feelings and your own thoughts as a way to predict the market, right? You're not the market, right? You're wanting to try to predict what the majority of people are going to do. Oh man, we got tons of super chats coming in. I gotta scroll. If I scrolled past your question, guys, I'm sorry. I gotta take these super chats that are rolling in. I know I'm missing tons of questions. The chat is wild. I will go back and try to take them afterwards. But DGen collectors first. Over 600 live viewers. Hit that like button. Let's get NN to 25K. Prismatic release. Let's do it, baby. 25K. Follow that Instagram. I'm trying to hit 10K on Instagram. I'm told after 10K, you might be able to get monetized on Instagram, so it actually makes sense to post on there. So let's see what happens. Let's follow the NN Instagram, guys. Link posted to the top of the chat. Appreciate you all. Let's see. We have another super chat down here. I am sorry, everyone. I'm skipping, by the way. Superlative signings. Love the content and takes. Thoughts on PSA 10 Moonbryon price end of 2025? Dude. Oh, man. I don't know. If I had to guess, either way, I think it's probably going to remain around the same price either way. If we see it continue to spike up and then dip, it'll probably be around where it is. If it drops, it'll probably run back up to where it is. I think it's going to trade in this range for a while. I think it's going to be a $2,500 to $3,000 card. I think it's a $2,500 to $3,000 card. That's my take on it. The more the box rises, the more the card's going to rise. What else we got down here? Sigma Chef, again, what's up? Just signed up for the one-on-one consultation on Patreon. Excited to sit down with you, my friend. Absolutely, man. If you can reach out to me with a Patreon message or an email, or I'll reach out to you and we'll set up a time, brother. Look forward to talking with you, man. Appreciate the super chat. Kevin. My parents had to pay a premium for packs when I was a kid. Pokemon had a premium since base set first edition came out. Stop crying. Dude, it's so true. Guys, I've said this in another video. A $5 pack, okay? If you look back at base set, packs were $3.99. Do you know how much inflation has went up since 1999? Even if you had to pay $5 for a pack now, that's like a 25% inflation over 25 plus years, okay? $5 a pack is $180 a box. People are bitching and whining and moaning and complaining about $180 boxes. It's $5 a freaking pack. Get over it. $144 box is $4 a pack. Get the hell over it. Stop your whining. It's not that expensive. We got treated way too good for the last few years with $90, $100 boxes. It ain't coming back. This is what packs should have always cost. This is the price to play. You don't want to play. Look, you guys act like this is only the Pokemon hobby. Go play golf. You want to know how much golf costs now? You want to know how much green fees are now compared to 25 years ago? Go look at what ice hockey costs. Go sign up for, karate or a jiu-jitsu studio. See how much that is per month. I guarantee you could probably go do any other, sport or activity or like, hobby that you want, and it's probably going to cost you less than this hobby. You can put a competitive Pokemon deck together for less than it's going to cost you a month on almost everything I just listed, right? You can go easily put a competitive deck together for a couple $100. You don't have to have the latest and greatest shiny, Althar gold card. Go get the regular cards you need. Maybe you need some expensive cards. It's a very cheap hobby to play and enjoy. You can collect the cheap cards. Guess what? The majority of every card printed in Pokemon is a common, uncommon, or holo rare, regular rare. They're all under $1, under 50 cents a card. You can fill up binders and binders. I don't want those, Alex. I want the hits. Of course you do. That's why the hits are valuable and the commons aren't. You can collect as many cards as you want. You just want the ones everybody else wants. Go figure. Why do you think they're valuable? Gosh, people. Come to grips with yourselves. Come to grips with the hobby. Man, I'm enjoying people crying about prices for now. For years, you could buy sealed English product for cheap. It was readily available, and people just turn their noses up at it. Like, let's see, I'm going to wait, people. We joke about it all the time. I'm going to wait, Alex. I'm not buying Scarlet and Violet. I'll have years to buy it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. And now the I'm going to wait crowd is getting their asses handed to them, and they're all mad. They're upset. Oh, I should have had time to buy this. They have to reprint this, right? I didn't get my positions. I didn't collect it. Oh, man. I'm on one today, guys. I'm having a good time. You know what? I was a little down. I was getting a little burnt out. I just had a conversation with Pokey Plumber. We're taking our podcast to once every week now. Every single Friday, we're going to have that. I told him, man, like, I'm enjoying it again. I'm having fun again. It's weird. I enjoy the hate more than ever. When I post those Instagram, reels, and I post those TikTok clips, and I post the YouTube Shorts clips, I love it, man. I love all the haters coming and leaving all their ridiculous takes, because they're so ridiculous that I'm not even mad anymore about it. I'm just like, man, these poor privileged kids that think they should be, everything's for them, and they should be able to have anything and everything they want. Their parents never told them no, and they're so entitled. They're spoiled little brats, and the first time in their lives they haven't been able to get everything they wanted, they take to social media and they cry about it. And so here we are. This is where we found ourselves. Go figure. Pro gamer move for Alex. Record the opening of Twilight Masquerade booster box today and schedule a video over 10 years with the title Opening a $1,000 booster box. That's not a bad idea. Ramon, that is actually a great idea, man. I like that. Question, what are some of the not so obvious signs you will be looking for a hint at the end of the bull market Pokemon boom? Pretty easy. You start seeing sales start to decline, right? So sales volume, you can find that in TCG Player eBay. Look at how many of items are selling per day. You'll see, more price competition. So more prices start to stagnate and people start to kind of undercut each other. Right now, no one's really undercutting each other. You'll see more of that. You'll see auctions start to end lower with less bids. And, you'll see more product availability than there is now. Less crazed pre-orders, less of the bots buying everything out. Things like that. Things like that are what I start to look for. You'll see signs before the fall. Trust me. What are we doing? I gotta scroll down. I see some heavy hitters down in the chat. Galaxy Card Shop. What's going on, man? Happy to see you in here. I thought I saw, there he is. There's Pokey Yennies in the chat. Bro ranting the facts. Brian, I know you're having a good time right now, man. I've read some of your comment sections now, dude. I know you're loving it just as much, bro. It's a fun time to be involved. Fun time to be involved in the Pokemans. Jonathan, what's going on? I see Dr. Applesauce 2 in the chat. Hot take. It's okay to just sit back and watch the madness. Dude, that's the best part. It's one of my funnest pastimes right now, is just sitting back and reading comments. Like, honestly, someone reached out to me before, and it was another YouTuber, and they said, "Hey, Alex, I was gonna make a video, reacting or giving their take, like basically saying I was wrong. Like they wanted my permission, not even my permission. Like they just wanted to let me know, so like I didn't get upset. I'm like, dude, I don't give a crap, man. Use my name in the title, put me in the thumbnail, talk whatever crap you want. I don't care. Like I used to care. I used to care a little more when I was like real small, like when I was trying to get my footing and I was trying to build some credibility. I had like 1 or 2, 3,000 subscribers, and I had like all of the trolls around YouTube all coming down on me and trying to discredit me. Nowadays, man, I don't care, right? I got a following, people who F with me, and I'm all for it. If people want to use my name and likeness to try to grow their channel, have at it, man. Best of luck, dude. Like, that's what YouTube's all about. I'll read the comments, I'll laugh at them. I know I got a lot of haters. I know a lot of people in this hobby don't like me. Perfect. That's how I want it, right? If everyone loved me, that would be awfully boring. You see these comment sections you see on other people's channels like, oh yeah, bravo, bro. Oh, you're the greatest. You're the kindest, most gentle individual ever. Here's a blankie. Here's a teddy bear. I love you so much. Like, dude, I'm not trying to build that kind of community here. One of the best lines out there is, friends, right? Real friends, they don't talk shit behind your back. They talk shit right to your face, right? And you can BS with each other, go back and forth, and afterwards, you're just as good as buddies as you were before, right? People that aren't friends, they're the ones that talk shit behind your back. And so I like to think of all of us as friends, right? I'll talk my crap. You guys get in the comments and chats, talk your crap. We'll go back and forth. We'll bounce our takes off each other. That's what I'm here for. And so I don't take anything personal with this stuff, guys. I want to hear your takes. If you think I'm totally off basis, you think I'm crazy, I'm an idiot, let me know. Let me know. That's what friends do. And I know some of you aren't friends. You're here just to hate on me. And that's cool too, right? It's YouTube. Have at it. Let's see. We got Chris Berry. Thanks for the $1.99 super chat. 100 packs of Crown Zenith at $5. A good investment. It's looking like it. It is looking like it. Crown Zenith is rising. I'm 99% sure we're not getting more. Maybe we get a couple of restocks or so left of that Sam's Club Sea and Skybox. I doubt we get any more like distro ETBs, nothing like that. It's going on 3 years old. Yeah, I like Crown Zenith, one of the best sets ever created at $5 a pack. That's my take on it. What do we got going on in the wild crazy comments? Bug Catcher Mike, thank you so much. Being a Nostalgianomics member. Question, Leet. What action do you think consumers should take against business stores that break their sales agreement? Cancel, relist. Don't order from them anymore. Here's the problem. Again, this is one thing that the American politicians don't do, our political system. They never look at both sides of the argument, right? They only look at one side or the other. And then everyone, whoever's team you're on, you get on Team Trump or you get on Team Kamala or whatever, and you go down each row and you fight against each other and you hear all the CNN talking points, all the Fox News talking points, and it just gets you completely out of whack. Here's the problem. I'm going to explain to you both edges of the sword. There's two sides of the sword. Right now, you're all mad that stores are canceling and relisting, and I agree. That's a scumming move. Buy from PokeNE. PokeNE's not doing that. PokeNE is he's losing thousands of dollars to fulfill orders that he over pre-sold because he doesn't even want to cancel orders that he doesn't even have. He doesn't have the product to relist. He didn't get enough of it, and he's still taking care of his customers. So, by the way, if you want to support me and him, I've got an affiliate link to his channel in my description. You can click on that. You'll get a free pack with every purchase, and you can support him as well. But here's the problem. There's another side of the story. When the market is not good, okay, when pre-orders come out, when sets come out, and you can find them cheaper on eBay and TCG Player like you could in 2022 and 2023, now all the customers, they all cancel their pre-orders. So now this store who thought they had all this money coming, now got all of that money taken away because the set's trash. Now they can't sell it at their store. Now they have to dump it on the market and take massive thousands of dollars in losses, and the customers don't bat an eye. They don't give a crap about that store owner. They're just like, I don't care. I got my money back. But now, those are the same customers that right now are upset that stores are gouging people. You can't have it both ways. Either you need to have pre-orders that you have to lock in. Whether the set does great or does bad, you have to pay them and you cannot get a refund. Either that or the system we have now, where you can cancel on them, the store can cancel on you, and it's the free market. Either you continue to do business with them or you don't do business with them. That's all there is to it. And so, look, I see things both ways. I see things from the consumer side. It sucks. It's shitty. Don't use that store anymore. But from the store's angle, they're trying to get max dollar because they just got shorted tons of supply. No stores are getting any product. They have to make a lot of money on a very little amount of product just to keep the bills paid and the business running. And you're probably the same customers that have canceled on them 10 times when you wouldn't have made money on the product. And so, again, I see it both ways. I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't sell sealed product. I don't pre-order stuff. I don't do anything until I have the product in hand. And so that's my best advice to you guys. Don't buy from those stores. As far as like legal action, there's no action you can take. There's no binding contract. Let's see. Surging Sparks is 235, down 15%. No, the reason it's down is because there's a reprint announced. Robert, there is a reprint announced of Surging Sparks. Nobody knows how much or what's getting reprinted yet, but it is coming in February. And so, no, it's not down 15%. And that's not 15%. That's $15, right? 15% would be like, what? 30 something dollars. Like that's not 15%. But no, it's not because Prismatic's overpriced, it's or anything like that. It's just because there's a reprint coming and people are starting to kind of hold back until the reprint comes until they buy more. That's all that is. Question, Alex. What's up, Hayward? Love the content, big fan. What's your take on buying booster boxes at 155? Feels stupid to me as it's a mid-set 11 illustrations. Dude, in this market, under MSRP sounds pretty reasonable. I hate to say that. If you asked me this a year ago, I would say hell no. If you ask me a year from now, I may say hell no. But for the time being, do I think it's going to be any cheaper? Probably not. Probably not. No one's letting product go right now cheaper. So it depends on what you're wanting to do. If you want to roll the dice and try to pick up some cheaper on a reprint, maybe have at it. But there's no guarantees of that either. Anger is the fuel for my digital photosynthesis. I love it, man. Oh, Lance, what's up? Thanks for becoming a member, man. I appreciate you so much, dude. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, Dr. Applesauce. I'll get one comment agreeing with something I said. And right below it, someone saying, right below it, one saying, I am an idiot. Every time I'm like, I looked at the Pokemon hobby in a nutshell. Dude, the anger right now is overflowing. People are seething it from their teeth right now. It is, you got to have thick skin if you want to be in this hobby right now. You got to have some serious thick skin and just laugh at these people. You just got to laugh at them and move on because you're not going to win. These people are keyboard warriors. They have nothing better to do. They're sitting in their basements on their, 20th Call of Duty lobby for the day, their Fortnite lobby. They're yelling upstairs, Mom, did you make my pizza rolls yet? And they're going and getting their pizza rolls. They're sitting there with their 2 liter of Dr. Pepper and their pizza rolls. And, they're like the guy on South Park, like sitting back, playing games. And, they're just upset, angry individuals. And all they can do is yell at people online. And you have to understand that. And just, honestly, I feel sorry for those people. It sucks that they're in that low of a state that the only thing that makes them feel good is complaining and trying to tear other people down online. And so, sometimes I'll be honest, I'm bad about it. I will clap back because I like having fun with it. And then I'll kind of realize, wait, what am I doing? I can't play into this. This isn't right. And so, but it is, they are fun. They're fun. This is a fun time, guys. Either way, guys, this is a fun time in the hobby. If you're making money, if you're not, if you're just like experiencing it, watching it from afar, there's a lot of fun stuff happening right now. Oh, man. Turning into an angry internet cult and everyone is against each other. Try to bring people together, Alex. Dude, I tried. I tried to be the voice of reason. It doesn't work. The vintage and modern crowd are still at each other's throats. I tried doing that. Guys, you're having the original Moonbryon from Neo and over $10,000 in a PSA 10 first edition, right? And then people will just like get mad that the Moonbryon is $2,500. It's like, why can't we all be happy? The vintage guys are making money. The modern guys are making money. The sealed guys, base set booster box went from 12,000 to like 20,000 this year, right? Evolving Skies, 400 to 1,400. Why can't we all be happy? Everyone's got to be each other's throats. You guys with your high population garbage. Oh, you guys with your outdated vintage trash. It's just like, we're all doing good. Why do we have to be each other? I don't know. I've tried bringing people together, man. The people angry at the scalpers are not going to go away until everything's cheap. And if everything doesn't become cheap, which it likely won't, you'll never be able to bring them together. They're never going to agree with anyone that thinks Pokemon cards should be expensive. They're the named game piece army, and they have their pitchforks and torches ready, and they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. There's nothing you can say to them. You can't reason with them. There's just no reasoning with those kind of people. How many minutes till it sells out? Well, I predict the PC website will crash again, and very few people will get any, and it's going to be an absolute disaster. That's what I think. Honestly, here's my honest opinion. If you want one of those, you'll probably have a better chance just picking up a few extra hours at work or doing a side job and just buying the product on the secondary market and overpaying than trying to deal with that madness. You'll have a better chance just doing that because you basically have zero chance. Let's see. Uh-oh, super chat. Lands is back. Lands the master. So excited for this weekend, even though I might not pull my Sylveon. Opening 10 ETBs. You, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar. Even in the face of a $1,500 plus boost ETB case, you're still going to be true to the collecting and you're going to open that thing. Dude, more power to you. I hope you pull everything you want, man. If you're going to take that chance to open all that, I hope you get everything. I really do. Stank Egg Roll, thanks for being a 4-month member, man. Really appreciate you, dude. Really appreciate you. I am so sorry, Alex. Since you are breaking, so you are not only investing, but also flipping and so scalping. Why not admitting it? And that's it. Why people are so afraid to call themselves flippers? Because I really don't. I don't. I've said it before. I like streaming. So yeah, you can here. I am a pack breaking scalper, right? But I'm not a fan of trying to like bot around and find a million different products and get them in and try to ship them all out. I'm not a fan of that. I buy products, I sell them on my stream. So in that case, absolutely, I'll admit to being a scalper, flipper, all that stuff. But as far as like the other side, like the actual business flipping side of the hobby, like flipping and selling sealed product or cards, I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know. I like investing in it and selling it down the road. But I'm not a fan of like the quick to the draw, like real fast, like in and out, buy, sell. I don't know. I don't enjoy that. I just don't enjoy it. That's all. I have no problem admitting it, right? I'm not trying to put myself above anyone. I admit it for sure. I'm not trying to sound like holier than thou. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong here. Uh-oh, we got Anthony. Anthony with the $5 super chat. The hobby is ruined. If you had to take a shot in the dark, where do you think Prismatic climbs to before a reprint? Well, Hidden Fates went to 300 plus. Hidden Fates went to 300 plus. That's where I see it going. 300 plus. This is not financial advice. I wouldn't encourage anyone to try to buy in at these prices and hope it goes there. I think it will, but I wouldn't put massive amounts of money behind it. They could reprint it next month. I don't know, right? That's just what I think could happen. That's my prediction. And that's why pre-orders are so sketchy. In a situation like this, someone some way is going to end up mad. It's lose-lose. Yeah, guys, like I don't think people should be selling. Here's my take, guys. I'm on no one's side. I don't think people should be selling products until they physically have them in hand. And they do an inventory and they count how many they have and then they list them on their website. That's what I think. That's my take. I don't think people should be pre-ordering. And I don't think you need to. I don't think stores need to pre-order. Why do you need to pre-order when a market is this hot, right? Before, people had to pre-order because they were worried about having to like be well capitalized. They had to pay off their credit card bill, their large distribution bill. You'll be able to do that anyway. You sell it at release. You'll have all the money before your credit card comes due. You don't need to pre-sell anymore. Those days are gone. They may return, but they're gone. Sell it all to retro, guys. Just sell it all to retro specs. What's up, dude? Let's see what we got going on here, guys. Looking for some good questions in the comments. If I missed your question or comment, just keep reposting it. I will eventually get to it. Team Rocket Joey, what's up? You, Rudy, have single-handedly created Team Rocket Joey. Thank you. Dude, I'm happy to be in the conversation with Rudy. And if I could be any help to him, even if it's just like, giving him one of the blocks to build like the entire castle, I at least did some part of that. And I'm happy to be a part of that, man. Appreciate the super chat, dude. Let's see what we got here. Hawk Lugia, member for 3 months. Really appreciate that, dude. Thanks for the support. Alpha Firework Displays. Ooh, we got the fireworks going off now. 151 poster collections and Blooming Waters. Should I break these down and box up the packs or keep them sealed? I have secured a bunch of them, but they take up so much space. Thoughts? Alpha Firework Display. I think you should break them down and sell them to me. Break them down, box them up to reduce shipping costs, and sell them to me. And then you keep the promos. You can grade the promos, sell the promos. You make all that money. I just want the packs. I just want the packs, brother. Sell them to me. That's my but yeah, I mean, if you're holding them, here's my advice I always give. If space is not an issue, do not break them down. You can always break them down later. You can't put the genie back in the bottle, right? You can't put products back together. And so if you have all the room in the world, keep them sealed. When it comes time to sell them, if the box premium isn't worth enough to ship it like that, then break it down. Maybe it has a huge box premium. The promos are worth a bunch of money, and you can make more selling it, even paying the extra shipping, or you can sell it locally. So I would keep them sealed unless you have to break to like store them. That's my take on that stuff. Timmy and his pizza rolls, dude. Timmy needs his pizza rolls. You know that. Yes, with the code red Mountain Dew. With the code red. You guys know. You know how it works. Me, myself, I was always more of a voltage guy. I like the voltage or the red game fuel. The red game fuel Mountain Dew. That was where it was at. That's what I stuck with. But hey, nothing against the code red. Code red's where it's at. If Journey together is a bad set and sells under MSRP, do you think the crash of the Pokemon market? Hamza, I'm going to say the same thing I said about Stellar Crown and I got beat up for. It doesn't matter what's in the box. You got it, guys. You got to throw away your collector brain. Your collector brain is deceiving you, right? It's like a Jedi, right? Your thoughts will deceive you. Your eyes will deceive you, right? You got to throw away that right now. This market doesn't care. I do not care what is in the box. It's going to go up in price right now. Just the way it is. Once things level out, you'll have to care about the actual, what's in the sets, the estimated value, all those good things, how popular Pokemon are. Right now in this market, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what's in the set. I said it was Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown's $160 a box. Everyone still thinks it's a weak set. I'm saying it with this one. I don't care how weak it is. It's going to the moon. Just the bull market decides everything, not what's in the set. I said it in a video. They could release the TCG Classic Collection box, that big giant black brick box. They could release that right now at that same MSRP of $400. It would sell right now. A product like that would sell in this market. It didn't sell before because it wasn't the right time. People are crazy. They would buy a pet rock right now. Slap a promo card to a rock and they would buy it. Come on, brother. If it ain't nerds yelling and screaming, it's literally people that can't get product to resell. It ain't nerds. Can't get product to resell. That's funny. What's funny is I'm one of those people. Dude, I should be one of the people complaining. Okay, I literally have 35 prismatic ETBs coming to me. That's it. Every other order I had got canceled. My distro program, my distributor allocated me down to just nibbles. I'm getting nothing. I am going to be one of the Timmys on the market buying at full market price. I don't care. It is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and whine and complain. That's the rules of the game. That's it. It's fair. This is fair, guys. If you missed out, you got to pay what the price to play. If you can't pay the price to play, don't sit down at the table. Go sit down at the poker table with the $1 and $2 blinds. You can't afford to sit at the $25 and $50 table. That's the way it works. You can't afford to play with the big dogs. Go and buy Scarlet Violet base set and open those. That's all I got to say about it. Guys, let me clue you in on something, all right? On my pack breaks, right? I do 3 pack breaks a week on my channel. I've got every Scarlet Violet set pretty much always available, with the exception of, Paladin Fates and 151. They sometimes sell out here and there. For the most part, I have every set always available. The minute I bring a set like, let's say, Hidden Fates, and the prices of packs are like $24, $25, they're the biggest seller of the night. People will buy 100 of those packs before they buy any of the $4 packs. And so this idea that no one's going to buy the packs because they're expensive, you guys are out of your minds, man. People want the chase. They want the big chase. They don't want cheap packs and cheap cards. They don't want to open $4 packs so they can pull a $40 card. They want to open a $20 pack to pull a $500 to $1,000 card. Evolving Skies sells out every time I get it in because people want to pull the Moonbryon. They want to pull the Rayquaza. They don't want to pull Gardevoir or, one of these like lower dollar Pokemon. It's just the way it is. And so no, I don't think it's going to be a problem, man. I think people they're going to collect it. They're going to open the packs just like always. Adam, thanks for becoming a member, dude. I appreciate you. What is my plan for Journey Together, and what would advise to others now? Wait for the potential market downside and reprint, or buy now slightly above MSRP? I would dollar cost average, man. I would decide what level of position that you want to be in these sets. And because here's the thing, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in life, guys. Reprints are not guaranteed. Price points are not guaranteed. $100 booster boxes are never guaranteed. And so my advice is dollar cost average. Get an idea of how much you want to have. Do you want to have 3 boxes? Do you want to have 3 cases? Buy one now. Buy one now. If it gets reprinted, buy one then. If it, goes up, don't buy anymore. If it comes down again, buy another. Have money on the sidelines to dollar cost average down. If it doesn't come down and it goes to the moon, you won. But then you're going to say, well, Alex, I could have bought more though. Yeah, but that's how you don't get caught. That is how you don't blow up your entire portfolio when it comes to investing. Never go all in. Take nibbles when the market is this hot. Buy a little now. If it comes down, buy a little after release. If it gets reprinted, buy a little more then, right? You're going to be down in certain time periods, but you're never going to get caught with your pants down. You're never going to get crushed if you don't go all in at any given price point. So that's kind of my advice. I'm not going all in on Journey Together. I'm going to buy a little bit, right? I'm going to sit on it. If it comes down, great, I'll buy more. If not, be okay with missing out. Guys, that is my best advice I can give you in this market. You have to come to grips with the fact you may miss out and get over it. It's okay to miss out. You don't have to have every set. You'll have other opportunities in the future. If you missed out on Evolving Skies, maybe you got Fusion Strike and Chilling Reign. If you missed out on all those, maybe you got Silver Tempest and Brilliant Stars. If you missed out on that, maybe you got Paldea and Twilight Masquerade. You don't have to have every single set. If you think it's too expensive and too risky, move on. Move on. Live to fight another day. Wait till the future. That's my advice. Be more okay with missing out than losing money. I would rather miss out than lose. With this bull market, wins the J-Love debate part 2 since he wanted the first in a bear market. Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Oh, I would love to get back on screen with all those guys. J-Love, Ryan, everybody. That would be a great debate right now because it's funny. All the naysayers, they all disappear in a bull market, right? They all come back. You wait. All the naysayers will come back whenever things do cool off and you have that first bad set, that first downturn. They're all going to come back. Oh, I told you so. Told me so. Dude, we're up like hundreds and hundreds of percent on our investments and we're going to lose what, maybe 10, 20, 30%? Like, who are you telling so? I can sell stuff right now, realize all those gains, and when it downturns, buy back in more. Like, who'd you tell so? Like, oh, these poor people out there, they're so misinformed. It's so sad. It's so sad. I couldn't do it. Alex does. I prefer doing massive pokey investing in the shadows, counting my tendies. Count them up, baby. Count them up, Ouija. Oh, man. Hey, dude, I get it. This content's not for everyone. Being in the public's not for everyone. I love it. Like I said, I love every part of it. I love all of you that have been successful because of the videos. I love, all the supporters. I love the haters. I love everything in between, man. It's all love. It's all fun. You can't like Pokemon, but you're giving billions of dollars to Nintendo that is completely undeserved, and the product is not worth the price to be used. They have no motivation to improve it. I get what you're saying about like maybe the video games and stuff. Is it a good or bad time to buy singles? Depends on what you're doing with them. There's always place. There's always a bull market somewhere, as Jim Cramer would say. There's always plays somewhere in the market. Right now, there are singles that'll be more expensive next month. I don't know which ones they are, but they're out there. They're out there. Alex or chat, I want to take some profits. I think selling Surging plus Prismatic is smarter than LO or Crown Zenith. Agree? I agree. I agree with that. Yep. If you're going to sell something, that makes sense to me. Thanks, Alex, to say no one will die from flipping. People are doing it for 100 years now, flipping a lot of things. It's legal. It's legal. Hot take. Contribute to Roth IRAs and index funds instead. That is a hot take. That is wild. To say that on this channel, you are a madman, Rish. You are getting ostracized from the community. You need to pre-order when you're not actually making money and can't afford to pay the distributor's bill. Good take, Dr. Applesauce. Leet, how many non-PC prismatic ETBs are Eli's feed picks worth? Whew, man, that's a good question. That is a good question. Maybe the $5 super chat. Maybe it's worth that much. Yeah, I don't know, man. Look, me and Eli are friends. We talk. He doesn't give me special treatment. I'll tell you that right now. There are times in the past where he's made me aware of certain like lots or certain bundles and things that I've been able to take advantage of. But this day and age, his program's too big. He needs product for his own store. I have no preferential treatment in Eli's program. You know, I'm not lying to you. I think people think I'm lying. He's probably giving you way more than what he's showing. Nope. It's the way it is. There's just not a lot to go around. And I get it. I'm not angry at him for that. I'm not like, oh, come on, Eli, we're friends, man. We're bros. You should take care of me. I'm sure in other markets, he'll probably help out, you know, here and there. But yeah, in this day and age, man, there is no product to go around. There is no, you know, friendly deals. There's nothing like that left. And so it is what it is, man. Question from Jess. What's up, Jess? How have you been? I have 2 Lugia V alt arts that are potential PSA 10s, but they have never graded. Oh, I've never graded. Okay. I want to sell to make some money for prismatic singles. Should I attempt to grade or sell raw? Grading takes time. Jess, if you think they're PSA 10 worthy, I would personally grade them. Because here's the thing. You know, in Scarlet Violet era, you could argue that like maybe the Pikachu, some of these newer cards might drop in price if they get reprints and things, and that could happen in the next 2-3 months in the time it takes for you to get those cards back. However, I don't think we're not getting any reprints for Sword and Shield, so I just don't see the market fluctuating a lot on those cards in the next 2 to 3 months. Even if you get one out of 2 in a PSA 10, you're doing better, right? Even the PSA 9s aren't going to crush you, right? The odds are the market's going to move up anyway, and you're going to get your money back anyway. You know, it's going to be easier to sell sometimes slabs because you have that guaranteed condition, and they'll go through, you know, PSA authenticity guaranteed if they're over 250. Whereas singles, it's always subjective, you know, whatever. I'm a fan of grading, Jess, but you can go either way with it. You can go either way. I definitely like the grading play. Hey, to go box. The one time I was in Alex's Discord, there was a guy ranting about waiting for Twilight Masquerade and now buying on release and not buying on release. Every time I see that or a Greninja, I think of him. God bless. God bless his heart. God bless. Hey, I wish him the best. I wish him the best. I guess I've been watching some Tim Dillon recently, and I love that he's talking about like how rich people talk to each other, and like, you know, someone will give you this like awful news, right? And like that's how you respond. Like, I wish him the best. And that's how I respond now to everyone. Like someone will like come at me saying whatever they want. Like, well, I wish you the best, man. it's such a disarming statement. And like, it makes the haters and the people angry even more angry. I don't know. I love it. I love it. So yeah, I wish those guys the best. Wondering Music, much love. Would you buy a $900 case of Paradox or Stella? Probably Paradox before Stellar. It's got less chance of getting reprinted. There may or may not have been a statement from distributors saying that Pokemon Company has no plans to reprint Paradox Rift. May or may not have been a statement like that. And so I would feel more comfortable in Paradox Rift. I have a master set at 151. Better to break up and grade all potential 10s and fill back in with singles or keep it complete. Oh, yeah, man. Dude, you're always going to be better grading. If you think you have PSA 10 candidates, especially with the margins we see right now, you're always going to be better grading if you think they're 10s. Yeah, guys, I'm a card grader. I like grading. I'm always going to give you that side of things. That's my take on that. I gotta get down. I see some super chats, some gifted memberships. I'm scrolling past everyone's stuff. I'm really sorry, guys. There's like 10 million comments. Oh, I see Green Shiz. What's up, dude? Companies do pre-order because when a dumpy set comes across, they can sell the products to people before the consumers realize they actually blow. Yeah, exactly, right? And then you have the people that cancel the pre-order, stores get mad at them. Now you're having the reverse effect. It's just either way. I'll never forget that stream. They were all talking about Cool Trainer Ryan like he's a god and trashing on investors. Then they bring Cool Trainer Ryan on and he brags about an investment where he made around 900K. Dude, Cool Trainer Ryan, I gave him crap too. If you guys go back and watch that stream, right when he came on, I said, the original investor bro. Because Ryan is one of these guys where he never wants to talk about investing. It's like taboo to him. He doesn't like watching investor content. But Ryan and Rev and all those guys, they're all freaking investors. Whether they want to admit it or like it or not, they all invested in this hobby. They all bought things and held them for years until they were worth more money when they sold them onto the market at huge margins and made tons of money. And they still hold sealed product and invest in it into this day. So whether they like it or not, they're all freaking investors. I don't care if they call themselves investors, they're investors. So yeah, Dr. Applesauce, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's just, dude, it's always like, it's okay for you to do it, but if anyone else does it, they're crappy individuals. It's so messed up, man. Catch 'em all collectibles, gifting 10 memberships. Guys, if you guys don't know who Dan is, Catch 'em all collectibles is his channel. He's got a lot of great business and finance talk there as well. Make sure to show him some love. Brian says everyone's program's too big. That includes official distribution. Yeah, I agree, dude. Everyone's gotten too big. How does Nomics buying products at market, adding his margin to stream considered scalping? That's crazy talk. That's what we call it nowadays. That's where we're at in the Pokemon hobby, man. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Catch 'em all collectibles. He's bullish. He's riding the bull, doing the bull dance, feeling the flow. All good things. All good things, man. Elvis is in the house. I believe I was your first super chat back in 2021. Were you? I mean, I know you've super chatted multiple times. You could have been, man. I'll take your word for it. Here we are, full circle. People don't realize the 3-year plus consistency to reap the benefits today. They don't get it. Man, if you could go back to 2022, all the talks were, all this stuff is not going to recover. That was a black swan. That was the one word, the one phrase, black swan event. That was a black swan event. Anyone thinking that's ever going to happen again, you're kidding yourselves. The good times are over. No one's going to see those kind of gains again. XY Sun and Moon, congratulations, you won. Sword and Shield, it's way overprinted. The secret's out. Everybody's storing this stuff in their basements and storage lockers now. You can't invest in Pokemon anymore. And here we are 3 years later. Surprise, surprise. It still works. It still works, baby. That is where we are at. My thoughts on older sets. Do you think new people entering the hobby would be interested in earlier sets given their history? Zach, there'll be a small amount of people that trail back to it. I think your gains, if you're talking investment-wise, I think your gains in Modern are going to consistently outperform your gains in Vintage. But I also think Vintage will see gains as well because every 10 people that come back to the hobby, if one of them make it back to Vintage, it's still a win-win. And so I don't think it needs to be one or the other. But yeah, I mean, the reason Modern Sealed is better is there's less risk, right? Vintage is already inflated. It's already at super high valuations. And so you're buying into something after tons of people have already made years and years of gains off it. Whereas Modern, you're buying it at the ground floor. That's why I like Modern. Is sitting on Scarlet Violet sets for a year or two a good idea? Starlight, a year or two right now is dangerous. a year or two is dangerous. 3 to 5 years, in my opinion, is not. Dude, there's a possibility 2026 comes, the new generation starts, people get down on Pokemon again, the hype wears off, the demand is low, people start, dumping some of their investments, and things, kind of go stagnant, just like we saw in 2022, in 2026 for a year and a half. So then you might say, Alex, I should have sold everything. Maybe you should have. But then 2027, 2028 comes around, and all Scarlet Violet boxes are now $200-$300, and you wish you would have held. And so short-term timeframes, man, that's Magic 8 Ball conversation. We ask the 8 Ball for short-term. For long-term investment growth, I stand by, man. Sealed product goes up in value. That's my opinion. Jerry, if you were to start fresh again and only had $500, what would your play be? What would you buy when you and when would you sell? I wouldn't invest. I would not invest with $500. You got to be flipping, man. I started out in this hobby flipping. You got to be flipping. You got to buy lots, buy collections so that you can get it percentages of markets, and you got to do the legwork, break them all up, relist them, make small margins, build up from there. If you can, make some flips off some of those newer products, you do that, make some content, maybe build up a content thing. We can get some stream of revenue there. You're going to have to look for streams of revenue because $500 is not enough to start investing with. You're going to have to start making some plays. So that's what I would do. Buy and sell singles, grade cards, all those types of things. I think this bull market will be at least a year. I'm looking at 2026, to be honest with you. 2026 is probably our first chance at seeing any pullback. 2025 is going to be ridiculous. Maxed my IRA already for this year. I'm ready to rock it. Retro's got money to play with, guys. The IRA is maxed out. He should have maxed out on Evolving Skies boxes, but we'll let him slide. What is my experience with someone that walks to your booth at a Collecticon? I've only vended one Collecticon, so I'm not the best person to ask, and buys a bunch of slabs off you. What is the percentage you charge, or your sticker price is final? No, if they want to buy a bunch of slabs, I'll give them like 10% off or something. If, I usually price my slabs at eBay market price. So if I sell them on eBay, I'm going to get about, 80 something percent, 87% or something. So, you gotta give some premium to be in person at the booth, pay for the booth, pay for the trip. I'll give like 10% off or something like that. I'll work with people. You're vending your first event. What would be better, singles or sealed product? Do more people want to pull the chase or buy it outright? Singles, hit singles are definitely good. And then if you have sealed product of older sets, those do extremely well. XY, Sun and Moon, even Sword and Shield now, that is gold at Collecticons and card shows. Singles are good too. And then slabs are hit and miss depending on which slabs you have. But yeah, singles and sealed, great. Like Scarlet Violet sealed, it's going to be more the older stuff that does better. What do we have going on, guys? What do we have going on? Do small rips and sealed product lower the value significantly? I wouldn't say significantly, but it lowers the value some. Just like any collector, people want their stuff in mint condition. They want PSA 10s, not PSA 9s. You know how it goes. Whoa, I made it to the bottom of the chat. I can actually scroll back and find other questions now. Let's do it. Let's scroll back and find some of the people that got lost in the mix. Who got lost in translation? Who did I miss? Hopefully I can find some people in here. My friend is heavily investing into sleeve boosters and simply collecting booster boxes. What can I say to convince him to save up for booster boxes? Dude, I don't know. Sleeve blisters have actually been killing it lately. The streaming business has changed a lot of that. I do still think booster boxes are going to be better premiums, but if booster boxes have already risen in price and you can still find sleeve blisters at a discount to what booster box packs cost, it may be a good play. So it just depends on the price points you're getting in at, really. That's changed a lot. That has changed a lot. What do we got in here? I'm going to scroll back down to the bottom. I'm going to take your questions as they come in. If you guys have questions, guys, leave them in the chat. I am going to take them rapid fire as they come. Question: 70 to 151 booster bundles. Oh, 70, 151 booster bundles. Is that too many? All purchased at $29.20. What's too many? Right? Like, I mean, is there a too much money? Is there a too big number of money? I don't know. Like, what? It's as much as you feel comfortable with, man. Alex keeps missing my chats with the record amount of viewers he has now. Sergio, leave it now, dude. Leave it now. Let me know. Leave your comment right now. I will take it. I have an eye on it now. My big prediction into the next year, mine is e-readers will come back and integrate with Pokemon Pocket. I don't think that's going to come back. I don't think people want to damage their cards the way people thought people would want to back then. I don't see that becoming a thing, man. Maybe like a QR code, something like that. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. What would you do with Journey Together boxes? I got 4 pre-orders and would like to sell and reinvest. I would not sell them until you get your hands on them. That's my advice. I'm not a pre-order fan. I'm not going to talk about pre-orders. I think it's disgusting what happens in that whole realm. My stance is sell the product once you have it in hand. If you don't do that, then, pay the consequences. I don't know. Why do you think sealed case premiums are actually starting to make an appearance in the market? Tim, they've always been a thing. Always. Like, since I've been in the hobby. You're seeing them happen sooner because you're having less and less cases available. I think people have always wanted sealed cases, and the less and less that are available, the more premiums are going to be. It's just scarcity. It's just all scarcity. That's all it is. How do we join Patreon? Oh, it's a link in the description here. Here is the link. I will say we did sell out. We did sell out of the originals. Here's the thing, guys. Believe it or not, people think I'm lying when I say this. There's the link to the Patreon if you guys want to join. Believe it or not, I'm not lying when I say this. I don't want the Patreon to get that big. And that's why after 100 members, I raised the price, is because if it becomes too big, it becomes less of that close-knit community. It becomes too much to keep up with. And there's less like actual serious conversations and detailed advice happening in there. And there's more just like general chat happening all the time. And so I'm trying to keep it on the smaller end and get people actual value out of there. And also for me, keeping it manageable, right? Every person in Patreon, I give a guaranteed email response to. Any email you send me, you are going to get a guaranteed response in 24 to 48 hours with whatever question you have. I can't guarantee an answer to every question. I'm not going to give you direct investment advice, buy this now, sell this then. But I respond to every single question, every single message. And honestly, like if I let it get too big, it'll be impossible for me to keep up with, and it'll suffer. So it's why I do not sell the Patreon to anybody. I don't try to promote it. It's there if you want to support the channel, if you want to be a part of the community. If not, it's no big deal, right? There's no secret. Look, there's no secret info. There's no special course, right? You're not going to join and become a rich Pokemon investor, Pokemon business. It's nothing like that. I've never claimed that. Do not join if that's what you think it is. It's a way to support the channel if you like me and like the content, and you get an extra video, a live stream that you can join in and talk with everybody, and there's a voice chat and Discord once a month. That's all it is. That and guaranteed email responses. That's all it is. Don't make it into anything it's not. I want to be very clear about that. Does it feel good to see the market where it is? Of course it is, right? It shows that everything you've been fighting for the past 3 years on YouTube is coming to fruition. And all the hate that you took and all the mockery and everyone that was putting me down and calling me, stupid and didn't know what I was talking about, they all got a lot of egg on their face right now. and they're all realizing the error of their ways, and now they're all changing their mindsets about investing in this hobby. So yeah, I gotta be honest, it feels pretty damn good. No, I have no clue on print runs. Sorry, man. All the hate tells you you're starting to boom. If that's what that tells me, then bring it on, man. The hate, I tell everyone, guys, the hate doesn't bother me anymore, and because I don't have time to deal with it. I don't even have time to deal with all their stupid comments. I work like 70 hours a week right now. I actually sat down and calculated it. I'm probably working 70 to 80 hours a week right now. And so all I have time for is making content, sourcing product, my live rip and ships, and shipping product, and dealing with Patreon, customers, whether it be emails or, one-on-one consultation calls. That's where all my time goes. I don't have time for anyone else's bullshit. So have at it. Like, throw every shot you want at me. I don't care. I'm too busy running my business to care what you think. That's really the truth of the matter. I'm at the point now where it's just like I have too much going on to worry about it. Alex, how can you find happiness? I feel like you are very happy. Love your videos. Man, you gotta love what you do. You gotta love what you do. 2 years ago, I wasn't extremely happy. I didn't like my job. I didn't like, I didn't like, what my day-to-day life was like. And I changed that. And I, found this hobby, and I built a, business in it. And I tried a lot of things within this hobby and within this business. I found the things I liked, the things I didn't like. And I tried to curate like a schedule throughout the day and certain aspects of this business that I actually enjoy. And I do those things. And I'm sure there's other things I could do that could make me more money in this business that other people do. Like Retrospects is in chat. Brian Pokiani's in chat. They make tons of money in the Japanese Pokemon market. Dan Catch 'em All Collectibles is in chat. He makes massive amounts of money running a consignment business and also running, grading and selling Pokemon cards, right? I could do other things, but I enjoy content. I enjoy ripping packs. I enjoy, having these live streams with you guys and guests, and in my Patreon, having conversations with everyone in there and hearing everyone's different, emails and the plays they're making, the advice they're asking about. Like, everything I do right now, I enjoy. There's only one thing I don't enjoy, and that is shipping and packing orders. That's it. That's the only thing about my entire job right now I don't enjoy. So, like, I think when you truly enjoy getting up every day and everything that you do, it makes you a lot happier person. And so even though I'm working more than I ever have, I'm happy because I like what I'm doing. So that's my, goal. I would tell you guys, go after what's going to make you happy. Don't always chase the dollars. Don't always chase the money. Do what you enjoy, and hopefully the money will come. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your ass and be like, just, follow your passion. The money will follow. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. There's tons of artists out there that, paint paintings all day, and they're starving. They don't make any money, right? There's tons of actors out there that love acting but never make it on the big screen, and they're doing these off Broadway plays making pennies, right? Like, I'm not saying you're always going to like make tons of money and get rich or anything, but I think if you grind and you actually go out and find your passion and find a way to make a business around it or get a job doing what you love, I think that's more important than money. I really resonate with Gary Vee and his message. I'm not saying I can watch all of his content because it gets repetitive, like my mind does, but it's too much. But one of the things Gary Vee preaches, he preaches it now, is you need to redefine success. Redefine success. This culture has made success about money and, sports cars and big homes and celebrity. And that's not success, man. That's what people like gawk after. Success is being able to wake up every day and enjoy your life and spend time with the people that you love and enjoy doing things that you enjoy doing with them and finding fulfillment in what you do. And as long as you can find that and you're making enough doing that to pay your bills, that is more successful than any amount of money you can throw at my face. So that's my long-winded answer for that. Hope it helps. I've seen this question a couple times, man. I don't have any thoughts on them. I don't know enough about the Dragon Ball God Rares, so I would just be guessing. I don't really know, dude. Would you buy a case of Journey Together at 125 per good investment, or worth taking a miss and waiting for Team Rocket? Team Rocket's not going to be any cheaper. Team Rocket's not going to be any cheaper. Like I said to the other guy earlier, I would not go all in on anything. I would, if you're wanting to invest, you said investment, that means long term. That doesn't mean you're going to try to flip it in a month or a year or 2 years. I would say buy some when you can at release, pre-release, buy some at release, buy some if it gets reprinted, buy some every step of the way, and you'll end up getting a good cost basis, a good dollar cost average. And over the next 3 to 5 years, I think you'll be just fine. That's my thought. And look, there most likely will be times right now where you will be negative on your investments. So don't be coming back to my channel complaining in my chats, Alex, you're a Pokemon investing channel. I'm losing money on my investments. I'm down money. You lied to me. You're going to be down. Investments, people are down on investments all the time. There's times you're down on your stock market investments, your crypto investments. You'll be down on Pokemon investments. We're in a time right now where everyone's making money, so it's unrealistic. There will be times when you're down. That is where the real investors come out to play. If you have the balls to hold the investments, buy more when things are down and going down, dollar cost average, hold long term, likely you'll be fine. That's my advice. Hey, Alex, just wanted to say, love your brutal honesty. Makes me laugh when people get salty. Cheers. Love the content. Really appreciate it, dude. It is kind of funny, isn't it? Hey, the play very well could be trainer gallery cards. I think I said that in a public video. I know I made a Patreon video, I believe last month or the month before about that, but I think I said that publicly too. I think trainer galleries are severely getting undervalued and getting left behind this train right now. They haven't seen the rise as the alt arts, the illustrations, or the special illustrations I've seen. And I do believe trainer galleries are going to go on a run if they already haven't been. 2 months ago, trainer galleries were the play. They could still be. I haven't checked. Relatively new to the hobby, 1 to 2 years. Have we seen prismatic Evo style performance before? No, never seen this before. Hidden Fates was not this much at release. It ran up to this much. It ran up to 150 plus in ETB after release. It was not pre-releasing this expensive. Packs were not $17, $18. This is truly unlike anything we've ever seen. We are in uncharted territory. Truly. Truly uncharted waters. Alex, should 9 prismatic PC ETBs for 2,200, 2 sealed cases and 1 loose? That's crazy, man. Congrats, dude. You won the lottery. You won the PC lottery. What set will do better long-term? Evolving Skies or Prismatic Evolutions? I don't know. I think Evolving Skies. I think Evolving Skies, because as hyped as this is, that Umbreon and these evolutions, again, hot take right here. I don't think these are going to be as significant to the hobby as that Moonbreon. Guys, that Moonbreon it's bigger than anything in Pokemon other than the base set Charizard. That is the second biggest card in all things Pokemon. That is going to be sought after and remembered for years. That is a staple of the hobby. This set is hyped up, and the evolutions, they're going to be chased after. They are going to be uberly expensive. Something about it just tells me that card's not going to be one of the cards of the era. I just don't see it. It's going to be a great card. It'll be expensive. It's going to be sought after forever. I just don't see it having the impact that Moonbreon had on the hobby. So that's my take. I think Evolving Skies is going to be the biggest, man. It was just different. Old Man Dirt, appreciate you being a member for 3 months, man. Thank you for that. Shrouded Fable. Guys, I made a video about Shrouded Fable when the ETBs were low 30s. They're already $40. You're already up around 20 to 30% on your play. If you bought those, give yourself a pat on the back. You saw my video. You made the play. Yeah, the PC ETBs, they're still cheap. I think I think Shrouded Fable's the play. I think Shrouded Fable is a good play. I think it's gonna go up. I think once everything else goes up, people are gonna realize, hey, this set's got a lot of good cards in it, a lot of valuable cards, and because it's got a lot of $20 plus cards, and it's still cheap. The packs are cheap. I think people are gonna go for it. I'm not saying it's gonna go to the moon, but $50 to $60 ETBs, that is not out of the question, guys. Not at all. starting the part-time job at the LGS. I've offered him to help out with the content, graphic design and editing. Any tips for YouTube content? For me, dude, I'm not a good YouTuber. Come on. I just get on camera and talk. I don't graphic design and editing. I wish I could help Atomic. I don't know those things. I wish I knew better, man. If you want a website, canva.com. I just jump on Canva and I throw a thumbnail together. I turn the camera on and record. Sometimes I slip up and I have to make a 2 or 3 or 4 times take, and I don't edit it and I throw it up, and that's how I make my YouTube videos and thumbnails. It's that simple. There's nothing more to it. I wish I could help out more. I'm not a good YouTuber. I'm not a good example. I'm a bad example. Do you think Journey Together, that Pokemon Company bringing back box toppers, could raise the price of booster boxes higher than other Scarlet Violet sets? Yeah, I do. I think that is, it's a golden idea. Like I said, I made that parody video. Like when the Big Bob in that board meeting stood up and said that, I think he was just applauded. He was probably brought out to a steak dinner that night. They chanting Bob, Bob. Like, I think that was the best idea they came up with. You just like start throwing cards, start throwing promo cards and box toppers, just start throwing random cards and products that are exclusive to that product alone. And now you can just sell every product at MSRP because people want to chase that thing. It's crazy. It is. People are obsessed with promo cards, and Pokemon is finally understanding this, at a deeper level than they used to. And they are playing it. They are playing their cards now, and it's working. Will vintage hold value, be less volatile to market downtrends compared to modern? No. Tiggy, this is the biggest lie that is told all throughout the hobby. Do not believe that. I've made multiple videos about this. Vintage cards, slabs, and sealed product saw just as large, if not larger, downturns in 2021 to 2022 than any modern did. And this lie that is perpetrated across the entire community is you're somehow safer in vintage cards or vintage sealed product. It is false. It is the biggest falsity in the world, and it's not true. There's no data that supports that. And so, no, I am very strongly against that. It does not matter if it's vintage or modern. If the market goes down, you're going to see drops across the board, some worse than others. But to truth be told, modern sealed boxes, basically all of them, maybe not all, but most all of them, all held up better than vintage sealed boxes during the boom. All like 90-something% of them. So yeah, don't believe that lie. Don't get caught up in that. I see a lot of people get caught up in that and use that as an argument, and it's not true. Simply not true. Appreciate that, Bryce. Alex is extremely responsive in his business. I try, man. I always try. Unless I'm sleeping or, out doing something with my wife and have the phone off for a few hours, I respond pretty much immediately as I can. I agree. It's nice to see the market prove you so right. Cue the videos back in June when all the Sword and Shield market crashes and people grilling you. Glad I started watching you then. Yeah, I remember all the alt art crashing videos and people saying they were all overprinted. The pop reports were too high. And I said, you know what? On this downturn back in June, I'm like, this actually looks like a buy. I would buy it this time. Everyone's like, you're crazy. These are never. It's like, oh man, now you look at it now. It's like, got lucky. You guys know the meme. Got lucky. Hashtag, I'm going to wait. Got lucky. I'm telling you guys, I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having fun. I love this hobby right now. Let's end it with that. Let's end it with some fun. Hold on. Let me go ahead and take these last couple super chats real quick. And we're going to end it there. We're going to end it on a good note. We had a lot of fun in this chat. The hobby's a lot of fun right now. We're not going to overstay our welcome. Hey, Alex, do you think the current lack of supply will hurt future popularity amongst younger generations being introduced to Pokemon now? No, I don't. I think it's going to be good for it. Like, it's going to keep things more valuable. And just look, what sets are selling more than anything else in Sword and Shield? Evolving Skies, Lost Origin, Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign. What sets are the highest price sets? Lost Origin, Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike. In my pack breaks, what are the most sought after packs? The most expensive packs. Like, people want to chase after stuff that has value. When stuff has no value, no one wants it. Why is nobody opening Battle Styles? Why is no one opening it? Why does no one want? Because there's no value. No one cares, right? There's Tyranitar, which people should be chasing. But no, I think people want value. I think it's a good thing for the hobby, all in all. And then I saw this. What even is that? 179. What is that currency? It sounds like a lot of money. So, and Vesh, I really appreciate that. It could be like $1.70 in that currency. I have no clue. But whatever it is, man, I truly appreciate your support. Planning to open a store. Should I delay buying stock? Dude, right now is a hard time to open a store. It's going to be very hard to get distribution to give you a lot of product. You're probably going to be buying your stock, honestly, from the open market, the secondary market, and making small margins, selling it in shop. This is a very hard time to open a shop, man. I wish you the best of luck. I can't give a lot of advice. It's such a hard time. I understand everything's in such high demand, but it's so hard to find things to sell. You're going to have to really survive off singles, probably going to have to get in the bulk side of things, maybe get into grading, and just try to take in tons of collections at 50, 60, 70% and sell them at 100, 110% in shop and survive that way. Because sealed product, you're not going to make a lot of money on sealed product right now because even though the margins are crazy, you're not going to get much of it. So best of luck to you. Good luck and Godspeed, man. Guys, I truly appreciate all the questions, all the comments. Sorry I couldn't get to all of them. Come back Friday afternoon. Pokey Plumber and I will have our now weekly podcast. We're going to have it every Friday. Come back then, ask all the questions you want. Me and Nick will both give our responses to those questions. So that way you'll have two and not just one. Two minds are better than one. And hopefully we continue to help you guys out. Try to figure out a way to have fun in the hobby, right? Try to figure out a way, even if you can't open as much, even if things are getting more expensive, it's harder to find items. Try to find a way to have fun with content, have fun with the packs, have fun with chasing singles, dig deeper into sets and find cards you didn't even know that were there, that you forgot about. Go back and like some of the older eras. Just go try to have fun collecting, have fun in the hobby, have fun with the content, and try not to get lost in the anger, the Timmy mob out there that's just like mad and at each other's throats about everything. Because before you know it, there's going to come a time where everything's cheap and product is plentiful and nobody wants it. And you're going to be upset that nothing's worth anything. And you're going to say, Alex, I've been sitting on this product for, 10 months now, and it's still the same price I paid for it 10 months ago. Should I dump it, move to something else? This sucks. Those times will come again. So enjoy the good times as much as the bad times. The good times are great for seeing your stuff grow, selling, realizing gains. The bad times are great for being able to open as much as you want, load up on as much as you want. But there's goods and bads in both, and try to look for the positive, guys. Don't buy into the negative. That's what I'm going to leave you guys with today. Hope you all have a great week. See you guys back here on a live stream again on Friday. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday, tomorrow, for the first live stream Rip and Ship of the week. I'm supposed to be getting a ton of product in today from finally the USPS and UPS. So we are going to be stocked for that live 7 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night. See you guys all there then. We're out.